All right, I am so thrilled you're here because today we are deconstructing something absolutely incredible. We're going to break down the fastest path to online revenue right now. Literally, the fastest way to make money online. We're skipping the theory, we're throwing out that outdated advice from 5 years ago, and we are looking at a highly specific, proven agency playbook for generating real cash flow. As always, we're relying exclusively on the source material to guide us. So let's just get right into it. Okay, I want you to seriously consider a hypothetical for a second. Imagine you lost everything today. If everything you built, every client, every ounce of credibility, your entire network, just got wiped out overnight, and you woke up tomorrow with literally nothing but a laptop and an internet connection, how would you rebuild your income from zero? And I don't mean eventually. I don't mean let's give it a year and see what happens. I'm talking about generating real, tangible cash flow this week, or at least this month.
Well, the fastest path isn't exactly what you might think. I mean, the internet is absolutely flooded with inspirational business advice, right? You've got all the hustle culture flexes and these grand visions of passive income. But the honest reality of starting from absolute zero, it's usually entirely disconnected from those highlight reels. Because when you have no audience, no capital, and no track record, the fastest path to your first dollar is almost never what the gurus are pitching you. To actually find that fast path, we first need to cross off what our source calls the slow money traps. Think about affiliate marketing. Great model, but it needs distribution. If you don't have an email list or paid ad skills, you're just stuck. Course creation? You need an audience that already trusts you. Building software? That takes deep problem understanding. Content and ad sites? They need massive, ungodly scale. And YouTube, despite what some people claim, it literally takes years of reps to compound. Every single one of these popular models requires something a beginner fundamentally lacks: an audience, capital, or just months of technical skill. Which brings us to Section 2, the agency advantage, AI and local services. So there is exactly one model in our source material that completely bypasses all of those traps. It doesn't require an audience, it doesn't need upfront capital. You simply solve one clear, visible problem for a local business in exchange for a fee. And the psychology of persuasion here is just brilliant. Think about a traditional pitch, walking in cold and asking a complete stranger for a $3,000 upfront monthly retainer. What's going to happen? I mean, they're going to say no every single time. But compare that to a foot in the door approach. You show up having already done the work, offering a free, finished, risk-free asset. People are just far more likely to reciprocate and say yes to a larger ask after you've actually given them genuine value upfront.
All right, Section 3, the Trojan horse. Earning trust before revenue.
Now, the crucial thing to understand here is that the free website you offer, that is not the actual business. Gaining a few $100 for a website isn't the end game at all. It is merely the Trojan horse. It's a tactical tool to access the real prize without asking the client to risk a single penny. So let's walk through the step-by-step playbook to execute this today. Step 1, you search Google Maps for businesses without a website icon, or maybe one that looks like it's from 1998. Step 2, you feed their public Google business profile, their photos, reviews, services, directly into an AI website builder. Step 3, send them the free preview link. What used to take days of coding now literally takes like 5 minutes of scrolling. And when you send that link, this is the magic phrase you use in your outreach message. If you like it, use it. If not, no problem. I absolutely love this because it removes all the friction. You are asking for nothing up front. There's no credit card required, no tricky commitment. It's the ultimate low-friction way to secure a yes from a total stranger. Because all they have to do is look at something you already custom built for them. Moving right along to Section 4, the revenue engine, transitioning to recurring monthly income. So how do agency services actually generate real revenue? It is all about the pivot. Once trust is established with that free site, you naturally introduce highly lucrative upsell services. You could offer social media management to fix their inconsistent posting, charging $200 to $500 plus per platform. You could offer review generation or Google profile syncing. These are real, painful problems for local businesses, and by solving them, you turn a one-time free gesture into a sticky, recurring monthly fee, all managed under one AI-powered roof. Actually, let's zoom in on review generation for a second, because it is so powerful. This basically means taking a business's existing list of past customers, loading it into a CRM tool, and sending automated requests for fresh 5-star reviews. This effectively pushes down their older negative ratings. Why is this so brilliant? Well, because businesses literally cannot legally remove bad reviews. The only fix is burying them. This is pure leverage. A local business will gladly pay a recurring retainer every single month to protect their online reputation and search visibility.
The really big mindset shift required here is moving away from chasing those low, flat, one-off gigs. Doing a $500 job once isn't going to change your life. You want to shift into earning early retainers and ultimately building compounding subscriptions. You know, $100 a month from one client is $1,200 a year, sure. But as you stack those subscriptions, the growth becomes exponentially higher.
Let's put this into perspective and ground it in some concrete math. $360,000. That is what you're looking at if you simply get 20 clients paying an average of $1,500 a month. Think about that. That is a massive lifestyle business built almost entirely on the back of relationships that started with handing out a free AI-generated website. It's not about making one massive sale. It's about dozens of small, trust-building yeses that just compound over time. And that brings us to our final section, overcoming the bottleneck, AI can't do the outreach.
Okay, we have to address reality for a second. The amazing all-in-one AI tools of today completely remove the need for coding knowledge or upfront capital, but they cannot do the unglamorous work of initiating the conversation. As our source perfectly summarizes, what's left is the one thing AI genuinely cannot do for you. That's the entire remaining bottleneck between you and your first paying client. Not a skill gap, an action gap. AI does the heavy lifting on design. Your only job is knowing who to send the result to. The only thing standing between you and your first client is your own willingness to actually sit down and send out those outreach messages.
So I'm going to leave you with this final provocative question. Are you willing to close the auction gap tonight? Our source issues a direct challenge. Open Google Maps tonight, build a list of 10 businesses, and tomorrow generate just one free site and send that message. Do it 5 times a day for 5 days. That's 25 messages. Passively watching explainers like this won't build your revenue. So what happens when you finally stop consuming content and actually start building? Well, I highly encourage you to find out. Keep learning and take action.